Good afternoon from not so sunny Canada. I'm Kevin Bloomberg. I'm the chair of the ASO AC, and I will be doing the update today. The ASO AC, also referred to as the NRO Number Council, towards RIRs, we're called the NRO Number Council, and towards ICANN, we're called the ASO AC, just to avoid any confusion. Effectively, it's the same terminology at play. We are 15 members, 3 from each region. 2 are elected and 1 is appointed by the respective RIR board. We also have a number of RIR and ICANN observers that join us regularly on calls. The term of office is different for each year, but for the ARIN region, it is 3 years. The ASO AC's primary role is to oversee global policy development. We have a set of procedures that are detailed on our website, and we'll get a little bit more into that in a minute. But our main goal is being there for global policy development. We as well elect or appoint, I should say, 2 members to the ICANN board for seats 9 and 10. We appoint a member to the ICANN NOMCOM, and as well, as requested, we will advise the ICANN board as part of things. We meet telephonically over Zoom once a month, usually on a Wednesday at noon UTC. We have a face-to-face as well annually, usually at the first ICANN meeting of the year. This year it was canceled. As you can see, here are all of the different ASO AC members for the various regions. As I mentioned earlier, this year I am the chair. Mike Silber from the Afrinic region and Hervé Clement from RIPE NCC are the vice chairs. So when we're talking about global policy development, the first thing is to be able to know when a global policy is being formulated. To be able to do that, we have what are called PPFTs, Policy Proposal Facilitator Team members. Martin Hannigan in the ARIN region handles that function for us for 2021. And their main goal is to monitor RIR activity, notify the ASO AC if a policy is being submitted in the respective region. And then we can start within our policy development process, making sure that it is being submitted to all the regions. If the author would like us to submit it on their behalf in some of the regions, etc. There are a number of different situations, but the goal is that we aren't writing the policies. We are making sure that they conform and are standardized across the regions, that they've passed, that they followed their processes before going up, that they are a global policy global policy, etc. But we don't actually write or input into the validity of that aspect of it. So the global policy development process was last used a couple of years ago. Generally speaking, you're between all of the different RIR timelines, from inception to completion, you're probably looking at 18 to 24 months, just based on the various requirements of each RIR and making sure that everything is, as mentioned, equivalent. During our last ASO review, which is done every 5 years, one key recommendation was that we open up as much as possible, wherever possible, to the public, our deliberations and the work that we do on a day-to-day basis. To be able to facilitate that, all of our face-to-face meetings are now open. Our AC Discuss mailing list is open. Our monthly teleconferences are open. They're listed there, the link to be able to view, and if you'd like to join, they're there. We maintain a public record of all ASO AC participation. So pretty much at this point today, in 2021, almost everything related to the ASO AC is open and available for observers. The only thing that is not are deliberations related to appointments. And let's go to the current appointments. So for seat 10 on the ICANN board, Mayamura Akinori, his term ends at the end of 2022. For seat 9, we have Ron De Silva, whose term ends at the end of 21. For the ICANN NOMCOM, we have Panjak Chaturvedi, and I apologize if I got the names pronounced a little wrong, and his term does come due at the end of the NOMCOM cycle for 2021, and Hervé Clement for the ICANN Ethos Awards. So our timeline for the board seat 9, because a lot of work does go into that. This year we had 10 candidates at the beginning of the process. It stretches all the way from September to just into May now. It was revised slightly at the end of March. We added approximately a 2-week extension to the period to allow for a third round of what would have been normally in-person interviews. We're doing them by video, so to allow for that. One key date for everybody who is on this call or at the ARIN meeting is that on April 13th, at the end of April 13th, the comment flow phase closes. And on the 14th, the ASO/AC starts its final deliberations. So for everybody on the call, if there is some comment that you'd like to make, it is available on the ASO website. You can go and publicly leave a statement of support as an example. You do have a couple hours left to be able to do that. That would be appreciated I'm sure, by all the candidates. So I did want to mention that the comment phase is closing at the end of today. So please, if you do have the opportunity, post something. The last thing that we'll be working on, again shortly, is going to be the ASO representative to the NOMCOM. The NOMCOM is responsible for many of the ICANN board members, and as part of the MOU between ICANN and the NRO, we appoint one member to sit on that body. And that is it for today. I hope everybody is staying safe. And if you have any questions, please let me know.
I see no questions in the queue. So we will move right ahead